Hi everyone, Byron Martin here at Logi's, and today we're going to be talking about some of our summer flowering plants, and in particular the Allamanda. These are used as landscape shrubs in tropical areas because of their heavy bloom and also the fact that they flower over a very long period of time. We've collected some interesting varieties that do very well as container plants, and one of them is this Blanchettii cultivar, which is actually called mini red, and I don't know how they ever got that name because it's not red, it's purple, and it's not really mini, but it's often sold under that name. And there's also several cultivars in the trade, one called chocolate cherry, which is very similar to this, although it is a different cultivar. The interesting thing about it is it is somewhat compact, and it's not quite as vining as many of them. It puts out these beautiful purple flowers, and it goes on pretty much all summer long. We can get at least 7 months of flowering out of these plants during the summer months and going into the fall. There really aren't too many issues in terms of its culture, but the good news is that it doesn't suffer from the root rot problems that some of the other cultivars do. And we have actually 3, but 2 that we cultivate that have that root rot resistance. This one and another one called golden butterfly, which we can look at in a moment. So when you're growing this, you want to make sure you have full sun on it. They will not flower under low light. You also want to make sure that they're fed constantly or at least frequently during the summertime to push growth out, and keep them somewhat contained in the pot so you can get a little bit of dry down in between waterings, which is typical of most of the plants we grow. And as far as insects go, there really aren't any insects that bother it. So it's kind of an insect-free plant. And then when it gets too big, just chop it back. But remember, if you're going to cut it back before you go into the winter so there's some foliage left on the plant to carry it through the winter time. Now let me show you the golden butterfly cultivar. This cultivar, golden butterfly, is a variety that we got out of Florida from our friend Sid Gardino quite a few years ago. And it's a smaller bloom and very prolific in terms of its flowering and somewhat tight in the way it grows, yet it does sprawl. But the interesting thing was when we got it back to the greenhouses, we started testing it and growing it, and we found out that it did not have any root rot problems at all. The plants would go right through the winter time as long as we kept the temperatures above 60, and they literally thrived. So that's the benefit of this, other than the fact that it's really a beautiful yellow flowering shrub. The other interesting thing about golden butterfly is that it can also be grown as a basket, and we do that quite a bit. We have several very large baskets that come into flower throughout the summertime. When they go out of bloom in the winter, we chop them back and they come back into bloom. They've been with us for years, as well as to grow it as a standard, which this one is actually a standard. It's just overgrown. You can't see the trunk on it, but you can train it up as a tree, pinch the top and make a crown on it, and the flowers go on all summer long. Well, thank you for watching. There's some wonderful, colorful allamanders that you can grow in a sunny location in your garden or home. If you'd like more information, visit us at logis.com.